Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Technolith, and this is my guide to Skyrim modding using Dark Lady Lexy's Legacy of the Dragonborn Skyrim modding guide. This is going to be a video about mod installation part 3, the fourth video in this series. So we left off last time by doing some mods in regards to the environment, the weather, the mountains, and now we're going to continue on. This time we're going to be doing things about the AI overhaul, races and classes, weapons, armor, clothing, and clutter fixes. We're going to look at the economy. We're going to look at ways loot is distributed, crafting, alchemy, skills and perks, combat, and vampires. This section here is going to contain a lot of mods that have game-changing effects. And so we're going to spend a little bit more time looking over these Nexus pages just to make sure we have a basic understanding of what these mods do. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. So we're starting with the Immersive Citizens AI Overhaul section. So as always, we're going to copy this, and then we're going to create a new separator. We're going to paste that in, and we have that ready to go. So our one and only mod in this entire category is Immersive Citizens AI Overhaul SE. The main objective is to greatly improve the artificial intelligence of friendly NPCs in order to make them act and react like true humans in relation to an aggressor, thereby increasing in-game immersion. Concretely, this plugin deeply overhauls the AI using NPC citizens where they are in a standard state and in a combat state. The alert state is left untouched. So we're going to be downloading version 4.2.0, and it is a faux mod. We'll go ahead and open this up. 4.2.0 downloaded and install. So we're going to select here core. We're going to leave this undone. None. Okay, we're not going to touch anything. We do not want to extract the BSA, and we're good. All right, so the next section is races and classes. So we will make a separator for that next. All right. All right, so we start with disparity SE, character classes, greater racial diversity. So we're going to extract the BSA on this one. This allows players to choose a class for their character and adjust attributes based on race, gender, and body weight, and alter the standard stone blessings. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. We're going to download this. This is going to be version 3. ESL flagged. Yep. Okay. Now, this mod here, and did we say? Yes, we did. We're going to extract the BSA. Okay. Now, this mod here is one you're going to need to take note of, because when it comes to character creation, you're going to be referring back to this mod depending on how much you care about the way that your character is built with its skills. There are a lot of things that this changes. It completely changes the racial bonuses, and it gives you class choices as well. So class will be determined from your character, will determine your character's starting skills, attributes, and skill progression. Racial disparity. So there's differences in the attributes between different races. You can select and turn on gender disparity as well. Body weight now equals physical strength. Nearly all of the options will apply to both players and NPCs. So these photos here are something to maybe save on your computer. So they're going to show you what each one gives you. I'm going to open this into a new tab because it's hard to see like this. So these are the different classes that you can select. And then this is what you get. So what your specialization is. gives you a 20% faster increase to your skills getting raised. You have your primary attribute, which you get 20 extra points from, and your secondary attribute. And then you have your skills. So a major skill gets a plus 20 starting skill level, and minor skills get a plus 10 starting skill level. So this can kind of show you what each one is for class. You also have the option within the mod to select your own and make a custom class. And then these are the races. So this is the starting skill levels for each race. Depending on what race you choose, you get these different stat spreads. So you can pick your character depending on how you want to build them out. And then this is female to male. So if you toggle on female and male adjustments, this will show you that. So I just wanted to show you that so that you can reference these cards when you go to make your own character within the game. This is disparity. The second one is Imperious, Races of Skyrim. This is also another one that gives you new racial abilities and a quest to unlock their racial power, designed to give each race their own distinct play style. So while Disparity changes your skills and your attributes, this one gives you additional racial abilities. So we're going to go ahead and download this. It's 7.28 is what we're going to be downloading here. And we'll go ahead and install it. It contains a BSA, but we are not extracting the BSA. All right, and done. This one here as well is another one that you're going to refer to during character creation. I don't think there's any photo references, no. So here is a list of all the racial bonuses. So for example, Altmar are high elves. So they start with very high magicka at 115, and their health regeneration is 0.5% per second. Magicka regeneration 3.75, very high, and stamina regeneration 4.5, carry weight 250. And they start with they have 3 skills. So attaining level 100 in a skill increases the effectiveness of that skill by 10%. That's Elven Supremacy. Gold and Glass. Magicka and stamina regenerate up to 100% faster below half. As regeneration increases, armor decreases by up to 100 points, and magic resistance by up to 50 points. And then you have Shimmering Threads. So weapons and armor are 15% weaker, but enchantments on them are 15% stronger. So that's what you start with. And then a quest reward. So if you pluck 40 wings off butterflies to unlock contingency at will, stores your equipped spells in a magical matrix and casts them for free whenever a chosen condition is met. And so it goes through, and all of the races have different unique abilities. I love all of them. They're fantastic. And so I encourage you to look at this when you go to decide how you want to create your first character. All right. Next is Imperious Disparity Compatibility Patch. Okay. Imperious Disparity Compatibility Patch. Download. Install. Oh, cancel. Install. Imperious. Okay. Change the name of it. We're good. And then we have Interesting NPCs Imperious Patch. So this patches between Imperious and interesting NPCs. All right. Install and done. And that's it for that section. And our next section is weapons, armor, clothing, and clutter fixes. And there is only one mod in this section here. So we're going to make a new separator for it. Even though it's only one mod, it is its own category. Weapons, armor, clothing, clutter fixes. Resolve some inconsistencies. Version 2.9.5. 2.9.5. Download. All right, and we have a faux mod here. Okay. While it's downloading, we'll take a quick look at these photos. Oh, I love the Nightingale armor. Such amazing armor. Okay. All right. So it is downloaded and installed now. We can next 2K default. And then what's next? We have none, none, select nothing, and then that's all grayed out, automatically selected. Press install. No, I don't want to extract the BSA, and we're done. All right. Next is the economy. Let's do some things to fix this economy. We're going to go to, we're going to install some Bidenomics into this economy. So create a separator. All right, done. Buy lumber in larger stacks. So we get larger quantities of sawn logs. Version 1.21. Okay. And that should be done. It's a pretty small file. No. Okay. Inns and taverns, realistic room rental enhanced. So we're going to download 1.8.9.001. Okay. And there's a faux mod here. And it's just basic. Okay. We'll install it with basic. And then the optional file is ESL. Room rentals, basic, ESL. This one right here. All right, and that one is done. Room rental, basic, ESL. Done. Okay, the next section here is Morrowloot. All right, so we'll create a separator for Morrowloot. All right. Morrowloot. So we'll open it up here. So Morrowloot, it adds the Elder Scrolls 3 flavor to Skyrim's loot system, turning high-level items into true rarities. Over the year, multiple iterations have been released. Basically, item distribution is the heart and soul of Morrowloot. It's hand places loot all throughout the world and makes things a little bit rarer and makes the drops by mobs and the things that they carry for pickpocketing a little bit more realistic. There is also it re-adds some original Daedric crafting requirements. It also allows you to find unleveled uniques. Unique artifacts no longer scale with the player's level. So basically, if you were to find a leveled unique early, it would be stuck at the level you found it at instead of the max item. So you no longer have to wait to do quests because you don't want to level a item low. And then some bound weapons as well, and a couple other additional things. So it adds some stuff to the loot. We are going to download, though, Morrowind Miscellanea Item Distribution. So the only thing we're going to be downloading here is the item distribution section of Morrowloot. How it distributes loot within the game. Okay. That's done. Next is the open world loot. So we're going to create a separator for open world loot. Okay. Open world loot, Ghastly's work in progress. A loot and encounter zone overhaul that focuses on open world experience and freedom. Also enables easy integration for modded weapons or armor. Version 1. Encounter zone setting that retains the original world experience with a sense of progression. Immersive and balanced loot and level list changes that enhance the gameplay with progression in mind. Enables easy integration of modded weapons and armor. So we are downloading open world loot, Ghastly's work in progress. Open world loot, Ghastly's work in progress. Is it an old file? Okay, so it's old files. Version 1.0. Right? Yep, version 1.0. Download. Install. Done. And then open world boot, MLU, optional files. Open world loot, MLU. This is Lexy's files. We definitely have to change the name on this one. Open world loot, MLU. Okay. All right, next section, loot overhauls. We're doing a lot of things about the loot. Locked related loot. Fallout 4 has a hidden mechanic where, depending on the difficulty of the lock, the container will have better or worse items inside. This reduces the chance of getting poor loot out of a master locked chest. Since it is a simple mechanic, I was able to backport it to Skyrim and SSE. All right, so version 1.2 is what we're getting here. Right here. Install. Okay, so better chests. Coins of interesting natures. Adds a new type, add new types of coinage to all different values to make Skyrim's economy more interesting and challenging. Author's choice, and then no selections after that. 3.1.2. That is 3.1.3. We're downloading 3.1.2. Three 3.1.2 down at the bottom. Okay. Decent size file at 121 megabytes. 3, 2, 1, and done. Whoops. Install author's choice. We are not selecting description framework. We're not extracting the BSA either. All right, coin merchant exchange. This mod allows you to exchange your coins from coin at a general goods merchant instead of auto converting the coins. Worm's Tooth. 211. Okay. Worm's Tooth. And we're done. Next is coin smelting add-on. Add-on for coin, allowing you to smelt your useless coins into ingots. Looks like this is version 1.1. And we are going to be doing Gibbers to Madness. Requires Saints and Seducers. There we go. Okay. Trade and barter provides many new variables to adjust the trade and barter rates in Skyrim, including merchant gold, trading perks, inventory respawn rates, and more. Version 2.1. It features completely customizable. Choose only the features you want. Merchant prices can vary depending on a variety of different factors, such as your faction rank, relationship, and race. Locations will affect price. Goods will be cheaper in smaller towns and more expensive in larger ones. Merchants in major cities will have more gold than their small town counterparts. Investing in merchants will increase the goods available in their inventories. Option to alter the number of days it takes for merchant inventories to respawn. An option to adjust the barter rates to control overall prices, such as the degree to which your speech skill affects prices. So a little bit more realistic when it comes to that. What I've found with this one, by the way, is that goods are more expensive in larger cities, but you also get better prices for your goods that you sell in larger cities. And they also have more gold. Okay, trade and barter is done. So now we move on to crafting section. And we're going to create a separator for crafting. And the first mod on this list is the Complete Crafting Overhaul Remastered. It's also known as CCOR, and it's version 2.5.9. This is a pretty large mod. No, it's not a large mod. 2.5.9. Okay, download started. And this one corrects inconsistencies in the crafting recipes and adds features to enhance the functionality and balance of smithing and crafting in Skyrim. One of the things it removes is the that thing where you can create like enchanting potions and then enchant things to have 1,000,000 damage. It removes that. So you can also upgrade unique leveled items. No more penalties for completing certain quests early. It adjusts the speed of mining and chopping wood and the amount of ore and firewood received. 5 new gemstones and many new jewelry items have been added. Okay. No. Done. All right. The next one we are extracting the BSA. Bandalore, Bags and Pouches Classic. Oh, this is a fantastic one. This mod, version 1.2.1, it lets you, we'll look at the pictures in a second, it lets you craft bags, backpacks. And these bags and backpacks increase your carry weight, which is huge in a game like this. So you have bandalores, which are things that can cross over you, bags that you can carry around your waist. This one here, the one going across, that one gives you like 100 carry weight. And then there's backpacks as well. There should be backpacks though. Where are they? Okay. Anyway, these are really good. Okay, install. And then yes, we're going to extract the BSA. All right. And then we have a patch fix for CCOR and Bandalores. Install, done. All right, so then we have Cloaks of Skyrim. We're going to be using, we're going to delete an item, and then we're also going to be using Cathedral Assets Optimizer. We're going to download version 1.2.1. This has a foam mod. We're just going to click main version on the foam mod. This works well with a survival mod we'll be installing called Frostfall, which gives you more heat so that you can fight off the cold faster if you make one out of bear skin or something. All right. All right, install main version. Okay. Then we're going to delete what I just copied. And we're going to close out of this. We're going to open up Cathedral Assets Optimizer. We're going to use SE no BSA. SE no BSA. Open directory. Cloaks of Skyrim. There we go. And the process is complete. We're done. Cloaks of Skyrim Retextured SE is next. So we're going to be deleting some meshes here. So we'll copy those. We're going to go for the 2K version. All right. So it is downloading. While it's downloading, we'll take a look at some of these cloaks. Vigil of Stendar, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the detail on that one. Like jeans fabric. That's pretty raggedy. Oh, these are really good cloaks. All right. That's nice. Looks like a quilt. Okay. Download is complete. Installed, and then we'll go ahead and we'll delete these files. And that's done. Next is Cloaks of the Nords. When we're going to use CAO no BSA after that. We're downloading version 1.1 right here. Cloaks of the Nords. So a lot of these cloaks are going to be distributed to the NPCs. So you're going to see a lot of variety of cloaks being worn by the characters throughout the world, which provides a lot of variety. You're not seeing the same character over and over again. Oh, wait. Is that off center? Okay. And it's downloaded. We're going to go ahead and press install. And did this have... Oh, cow. Right. Cathedral Assets Optimizer, no BSA. No BSA. And then this is Cloaks of the Nords. we go. Run. %. 72%. 100%. All right. Winter is coming. SSE cloaks. This mod adds some lore-friendly cloaks and hoods into the world through the use of leveled lists and crafting. This will add more diversity to the game while keeping the feel of Skyrim. And we will also do CAO here as well. So version 2.4 is what we're going to download. And this is SSE Cloaks 2.4. Yep. And these are some more beefy cloaks. Okay. Rare wolf skin cloaks. Download it, install. Okay, done. Winter is coming cloaks. No BSA. Winter is coming cloaks. There we go. Run. Done. Eldberry 2, the first full particle light lantern mod, including first-person view. We're downloading version 2.32. It adds 5 craftable lanterns designed for both you and your followers that can be hooked to your belt, providing a radiant beacon to guide you through the darkness of night. So you no longer have to carry a torch. 2.32. They also come in different colors as well. You can see that you get a nice blue color, a green color, purple, red. I'm a fan of this blue color here, and then you also have the yellow. But I like the natural light of the blue generally when I'm walking around. And this Fire Bearer, 2.32. And it's just a straight up install. Okay. Done. Next is Eldberry 2 NPC support. SPID distribution file. So now it will go on NPCs as well. There we go. Wait. Elderberry 2 file bearer version 1.0. Okay. All right, so that's downloaded. So we'll go here and click install. And okay. Silver Arrows is next. So introduces Silver Arrows into the game, complete with crafting, leveled list integration, fitting NPC distribution and patches for various mods. So we're going to download Silver Arrows version 1.1 right here. And we'll go ahead and install. And we're also going to be downloading the CCOR patch right here. Install CCOR patch. And WACCF-esque patch. WACCF-esque patch. Okay. And we'll install that one as well. Okay. All right. Next is crossbow integration. So fully integrates the crossbows and bolts added by the Dawn Guard, and optionally rare curios, elite crossbows, and expanded crossbow pack to the world. We're going to download version 3.0, and we're going to select separate modules. And we have crossbow integration version 3.0. Small mod. But it's a faux mod. So we will install separate modules. Rare curio bolts. We're going to say that it's installed here. It's installed here. Complete crafting overhaul remastered. Next. Okay. Read me please is checked. Checked. Elite crossbows, none. Expanded crossbow pack, none. Rare curio bolts, WACCF. And rare curio bolts expanded, WACCF. And then we have expanded crossbow pack optionals, none. None. And then open world loot is crossbow integration, owl. And rare curio bolts expanded, owl. And then the final page for the full mod is CCOR, none, none, CCOR, CCOR, install. Check, done. All right, and then finally, the last one is, in this section, is Rare Curios Bolts Expanded. Adds new types of bolts based on the new models added by Rare Curios. Also fixes a couple of texture issues present in the bolts already present in Rare Curios, version 1.5. Okay. That has been downloaded. Install. Rare Curios Bolts Expanded. Done. Our next section is Alchemy. So we'll go ahead and create a separator for that. Create a separator. Done. All right. And the first one is Complete Alchemy and Cooking Overhaul. This mod is a complete overhaul of the alchemy and cooking systems. Its intention is to provide a balanced, consistent experience throughout all aspects of alchemy and cooking, from harvesting and collecting ingredients to high-end potion and food creation. And there is a full mod for this. Version 2.1.5. We'll take a look at exactly what this changes in a second. It is 739 megabytes, so we'll have time to take a look. So the download for this has started. So what is the description here? So in Alchemy, all aspects of alchemy have been reworked for better balance and consistency. It fixed some bugs for harvestable objects. Options to set the duration of restore potions. All potions have been renamed to allow them to naturally sort from strongest to weakest. Player created potions will be named to better reflect their strengths and effects. Player created potions will be fully consistent in strength, cost, and name. Impure potions no longer provide a quick means to get rich. Add 60 new alchemical effects that can be created from ingredients. Grenades and long-lasting weapon coatings open up new combat strategies. New portable alchemy workstation allows potion creation to take place anywhere. Creates salves and poultices, which can be applied to bandages for alternative to healing spells. Distill weaker potions to make stronger versions. Over 100 new lore-friendly ingredients. 51 new critters, 21 moths, 11 dragonflies, 19 pondfish. Harvest amounts have been adjusted for greater realism. Hearthfire's gardening features have been updated to include missing vanilla plants. Features high quality meshes and textures of some of the best modders and artists in the community. Harvest blood and other powerful alchemical ingredients from fallen enemies. Vampires can use the blood to create unique blood potions. And then for cooking, meat can be harvested from nearly all animals and creatures and used in new cooking recipes. Over 100 new food items have been added. All food effects have been altered to use extended duration fortify effects. Large food and drinks are now automatically divided into smaller servings. Cooking recipes have been reworked for a better balance and greater realism. You'll gain cooking experience and increase your cooking skill as you cook foods. Increasing your cooking skill will also give you access to more complex recipes and increase the strength of foods you consume. An entirely optional and incredibly lightweight hunger and fatigue system. We won't be installing that because we'll be installing a different one, I believe. Alcoholic drinks will now cause drunken effects with increasingly severe penalties. That's funny. And cannibalistic recipe options have been provided for followers of Namira. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there's a ton of information here that you can read through as well. I'm not going to read it all here, but alchemy bombs, that's pretty awesome. Tools, waxes, salves, and bandages. Food effects. Okay, basic needs, alcohol, and inebriation. All right, and it is now finished, so we'll go ahead and install. There is a full mod here. And we're going to do 16. We're going to do cleaned textures, and we're not going to do true fortify effects for magic skills. And we're not going to extract the BSA. Okay. Next is Apothecary and CACO patch for potion remodels. So it combines awesome potions, simplified models and textures with Cacao new potions and effects version 1.21. We're just downloading the Cacao patch. There we go. All right, and Alchemy is done. And now we move on to skills and perks. So we'll create a separator for skills and perks. All right. We start with Dragonborn Shouts perk tree. So the Dragonborn Shouts perk tree is a standalone perk tree designed to be paired with Forceful Tongue Shouts Overhaul, but it doesn't require it. And it gives us a new perk tree, Ordinator. Okay, so we're going to select Ordinator here, version 3.2. Okay, so just like a regular perk tree. Okay. So things like Way of the Voice, your shout cooldown is reduced by 25. Deep Breath, your shouts deal an extra 25% damage to targets who have full health. The only other thing here to note would be experience is only gained in combat for these skill points. The more shouts you master, the more experience you can gain. Drain, Fatality, Ice Form, and Marked for Death are excluded from Inhale, Deep Breath, and Punishment, Exhalation, and Storm Voice from the perks tree. Okay. So we're going to install the Ordinator Perks of Skyrim selection in the foam mod. Install. We're not going to extract. Next is Leveling Freedom. Configure your XP curve, gentler, smoother, steeper, or flat. We're going to download version B, ESPFE, I believe is what that says. ESPFE. Okay. Install. All right. Ordinator Perks of Skyrim 9.31.0. Now, this mod here, I could spend an hour just talking about this particular mod. I'm not going to, but this is one that dramatically changes the way that your game is played. So it adds about 3 times as many perks as are in the original vanilla trees. And it lists here all the perks that you are able to get. Okay. So you can feel free to take a look at these, right? But if you're familiar with the vanilla trees and then you look at these trees, you can see that they're at least double the size of the trees that are in the original Skyrim. And they're very balanced. They're designed to be balanced, but they're designed so that you have the ability to be much more granular in how you are building your character. Now, the good thing is that I believe that there's a mod we're going to install that slightly increases the number of perk points you get to help compensate for the fact that Ordinator has so many additional perks for you to collect. We are not extracting the BSA. No, we are not. Okay. And it's checked. We're also going to download the Thief Skills Rebalance for Ordinator. That is an optional file. Okay. Install Ordinator Perks of Skyrim. Cancel. Install Thief Skills Rebalance for Ordinator. This is one of those things. One of the ways you can get extra perk points. So there's like 50% more perk points, 20% more perk points, a free perk point at 575, 50, 75 on level 100. It says Ordinator is balanced for vanilla perk gains. It's a clean way for you to get more perk points. Okay. Optimized scripts for Ordinator. So optimized versions of some of the scripts used by Ordinator. We're going to do 1.2.0. Here we go. Install. Done. Loot lock overhaul Ordinator version. So useful for bashing open those annoying locks. And we need to do a creation kit resave on it. Lock overhaul Ordinator version. Let's see if this changes real quick. Okay, so lock requirements. When this feature is activated, locks get a skill requirement. If you don't have the required amount of skill, you have 100% of failing to pick the lock. You could smash rocks if you're strong enough in your warrior. You can get an unlock spell. You can auto pick locks at a certain skill level. Auto open when unlocked. Heartbeat script frequency. Okay. All right. So we're going to install lock overhaul. Xedit will spew out errors on lock overhaul Ordinator version. Load and resave lock overhaul.esp in the creation kit should stop it. So we'll open up the creation kit. We'll go to file and data. And we'll go to lock overhaul. There we go. Set as active file. Click OK. Okay, and we can see up at the top, lock overhaul.esp, and then we just click save. Saving done. And that's it. Okay. Perks of Valhalla block skill tree. So the aim of this mod is to make full use of the features of Valhalla combat mod system while maintaining a balanced experience by avoiding overlapping game mechanics. So perks of Valhalla shield handling skill tree version 1.0. And we click install. Okay. Done. Optimized scripts for Valkyrie. Optimized versions. Some of the scripts used by Valkyrie minimalistic perks of Skyrim mod. Okay. So we're going to download this. Click install. Done. Perks of Valhalla block skill tree SPID distribution version 1.0. And we click install and done. Lexy's ordinator for spell perk item distribution. Okay. Lexy's ordinator for spell perk item distribution. Download is started. It's done. Install. Okay. Oops. Keep forgetting with Lexy's. I got to change the name. There we go. Skyrim Extended Cut. Saints and Seducers Experience Patch. So this mod changes the quests given by Skyrim Extended Cut Saints and Seducers Experience Patch to be more consistent with experience. Okay. This one right here. Install. There we go. Done. Reading is good, SKSE. This mod reworks skill books that instead of granting levels instantly, they give you a permanent boost to your leveling speed in the respective skill. This means that you benefit more by reading them as soon as you find them. And remember, it's a permanent boost to your leveling speed. So it's probably like 1 or 2%, I'm not sure. But as you find more books, it gives you more leveling speed. And so you want to open them as soon as you read them. It used to be a strategy you'd wait till later on and you got higher up levels because then the free level would be worth more. Version 1.1.2 SE. But now you don't have to worry about doing that anymore. You can read them as soon as you find them. And then you can put them in your bookshelf in the museum. The Eloquent Reader. True Scholar SE Edition. The Dragonborn becomes a true scholar and gains the ability to increase his speechcraft by reading books. So we'll download the main file, the Eloquent Reader SE Edition. Right here. And you get 500 XP when you read a book. Wow. That's a lot of XP. Okay. And then we also Wait. Merge the main file and the optional file together in Mod Organizer. This is not the normal install method. However, we need the scripts from the first main file and the ESP replacer from the optional file to be in the miscellaneous merge when this is done later. Okay, so optional files, less XP. Get 100 XP instead of 500. Okay. Install, merge, done. Okay, so that's not a normal process. All right, so that's done. And now we move on to our next section, which is security overhauls. We'll go ahead and create separator. All right, so our first mod in the security overhauls section is going to be security overhaul SKSE lock variations. We're going to download version 4.0. There's a full mod. We're doing 1K textures and SSEs 1.6 plus. So download. And these are the variety of locks we're getting. So it's not just the same old lock all the time. And we'll go ahead and download. Take a quick look at these locks while it's downloading. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about that. There's Fulmer locks too. Yep. All right. So 1K textures and 1.6. 1K textures, 1.6, install. Okay, done. Then we have security overhaul SKSE extra locks, 11 new locks, 1K textures, version 1.0. Here's some of the new locks we have. Just keeping some variety. It works the same way. 10 seconds left on the download. Definitely got back up in the speed on the Nexus now, finally. 10 megabits per second. And we're done. 1K textures, install, done. Security overhaul SKSE regional locks, regional lock variant models. And I'm assuming this is also, yes, 1K textures, version 1.0.1. What are some of these looking like? Okay. I like that one. That one's good. Okay. The Wemmer lock. All right. And we got 10 seconds left on this one. 5, 4. All right, install. 1K textures. Security overhaul SKSE lock add-ons. So additional lock models for security overhaul SKSE version 1.9.1. Man, we have so many lock models. I don't know if we're ever going to run into the same one twice. Okay. And what have we got here? Okay. Now this one I like, Soul Cairn locks. I remember those. Brambly locks. Or was that underwater chest? I'm not sure. Install this one. 1K textures, install, and done. Security overhaul, SKSE, some more locks. This just doesn't end. Okay, and we got some different locks, a padlock as well. Install, next. Oh. Some more locks. Snazzy, strong boxes, none. For this one, we've got none. We do JS Common Cage SE, but not the last one. And then for the final one, jail doors with handles and smaller locks. And then our last one is Soul Cairn Objects Secured. So small tweaks to add locks to the Soul Cairn chests, as vanilla does not have any. Download. Install. Soul Cairn Objects Secured. Done. All right, we have combat and traps is our next section. We'll make a separator for this. All right. So first one is dual wield parrying. So it adds dual wield parrying. Once installed, we're going to open the INI. Okay. I think I might have downloaded the wrong one. Yep, I did. Delete. Gonna download this one here. Okay. And we're gonna install. Then we're gonna open up and explore SKSE plugins, INI. And we're going to change, whoops, we're going to change parry key 54. Whoops. Okay. Parry key 54. This will change the parry button from the default key binding of V to right shift. You can use creation kit codes to change the key binding to your preferences, and creation kit codes are here. These are all the creation kit codes for all the keys. Okay. And did I save it? Yes, I saved it. And we'll keep that up for now. Okay. Next is resistances rescaled. So it fixes damage reduction formulas for the player, making each point of armor resistance worth the same. Version 4.3.1. Done. Disarming traps is dangerous. While disarming a trap by lockpicking it, breaking your lockpick may trigger the trap. And we are doing the ESL version. Okay. Install. Improved traps. Fixes several issues with traps and adds detection events to alert enemy NPCs when a trap is triggered. Includes an option to increase the damage done by traps. Version 2.5. And I downloaded the wrong mod again. My bad. Click delete. We're doing the dangerous edition. Traps will basically insta-kill you. All traps will kill you with this. So don't trigger a trap. Realistic AI detection. This mod aims to improve sneaking by completely recalibrating Skyrim's detection formula, which improves the balance and realism of sneaking. The very complicated charts to explain this. We're going to go with medium interior, medium exterior. Medium interior, medium exterior. Install. Check, done. Subliminal traps. This mod makes tracks much harder to detect prior to setting them off. Gone are the easily found pressure plates and tripwires. A keen eye is needed for these traps now. So we're going to go with invisible trap wire. Take a look. What does it look like? Oh, okay. So that just looks like a regular stone. Oh man. That's a trap. Okay. Much harder to detect. We are downloading Invisible Tripwire and Savangar Edition. Okay. And Savangar Edition. Invisible Tripwire, Savangar Edition. Done. Wildcat, Combat of Skyrim. So Wildcat makes combat AI more responsive, introduces combat injuries, and increases lethality. The aim is to make combat more dangerous and varied and less like a water balloon fight. It accomplishes this with minimal scripting and no save bloat. So version 7.1. And check done. Was there anything? This does change a lot about combat. So you'll have things like time blocking, improved AI, faster combat, deal and take more damage. It's highly configurable, and we'll be configuring a lot of this when we go to configure the MSM when we start a new game. Archery rebalance. So this is an SKSE plugin that dramatically adjusts the bow draw speed and arrow projectile speed depending on weight and the wielder's archery skill. Version 2.2. Okay. Archery gameplay overhaul. It adds many features and changes to bow gameplay, introduces new animations with knocked arrows, bleeding, persistent arrows, and arrow enchanting. Version 1.3.2. Okay. We'll install that. And then also belt fastened quiver support. Install with a change in the name. And then Nemesis patch. I crashed Mod Organizer too. Nemesis patch. Okay. Archery locational damage. So getting tired of enemies taking dozens of arrows to the head and still standing. With this mod, now you can teach them the pain of getting hit in the head. There's a full mod installer, and we're doing 6.1 plus and complex. Okay. install the what are we doing with the first one here? Okay. This one. Okay. Archery, locational damage, Lexy's tweaked INI. Here we go. Lexy's tweaked INI. Okay. Tiga. Casting and aiming slow down actors' movement. So this mod changes the pace of ranged combat. Casting spells or aiming without the right skills will slow down movement. Version 1.12. And we hit install. Okay. Nemesis creature behavior compatibility. So Nemesis is not fully compatible with creatures. This doesn't make creatures, sex, finis animations work with Nemesis. This only allows behavior modders to do creature behavior edits. Okay, we're not selecting anything. Version 1.4. Okay, done. NPCs take cover. Smarter anti-cheese AI. This mod makes NPCs smarter and capable of dealing with the most cheesy strategy Skyrim has ever seen, shooting NPCs from locations they cannot reach. They will now hide properly and relocate if necessary, while also shaming you for using dirty tactics. That is sad. Cheesing is such a effective strategy. Especially for the dragon priests. I like that. Okay. Valhalla Combat. Valhalla Combat is a modular, consistent, and script-free combat overhaul designed with modern principles in mind. Version 1.3.3. A non-intrusive stamina system. Script-free time blocking, stun, and execution. Enemy AI tweaks are planned. Okay. Valhalla Combat. Done. Valhalla Combat Backstab Bug Fix. Simple fix for the backstab bug while using Valhalla Combat. 1.1. And we install. Done. Valhalla Combat Race Editions. So race mapping patches for a selection of mods that make races work with the execution system. There's a lot of things to download or to do with the foam mod. So 1.2 is what we're downloading here. Okay. Install. Okay. 3D NPC, Inigo, Lucian, Moon and Star, Saints and Seducers, Skyrim Extended Cut, Saints and Seducers, and Worm's Tooth. And then for this one here, nothing. And nothing. And nothing. All the way down at the bottom. Under Other, Cannibal Draugr and Draugr upgrades and improvements. And Reliquary of Myth. Install. Okay. And the last one for this section is wait your turn, enemy circling behavior. So a lightweight combat add-on that adds circling behavior to enemies. Now group combat is more fair and fun for the player, as enemies will no longer attack all at once without a pattern. Thank goodness. Okay. It's all done. All right, so the second to last section in this page is standing stones, shouts, and powers. We'll make a new separator. All right, so the first one in this section is Andromeda, unique standing stones of Skyrim. This is another one of those mods that change the way that you play. So we're going to download this version right here. I recommend that you go through and read this because it changes the way standing stones work. Andromeda replaces the vanilla standing stone effects with 2 new abilities per stone, and the new abilities are designed to encourage new character builds. Discover all standing stones to also unlock a new power for each stone. So for example, with the let's say the mage stone, right? So power of the arcane, spells are 10% more effective, scrolls are 20% more effective, and learn all mage skills 10% faster. If you discover all of the standing stones, in addition, unlimited power. Once per day, you can choose one of 3 random schools of magic. Schools are twice as effective and cost half as much for 60 seconds. All right. Did we download it? Yes, we did. Install. Yeah. All right. So that's a big one that'll change the way. So you need to reference this. Don't reference like the Skyrim wiki when you're trying to decide what standing stones to get. Rin's Standing Stones, an all-in-one version of my Standing Stone mods. So we got Rin's Standing Stones version 1.5. Install. And then we have Interesting NPCs patch. Interesting NPCs patch. And we have the Moon and Stars patch. Okay. Close that out. Next is Menhir, Standing Stones of Skyrim. This mod replaces the 13 Standing Stones with better looking models and guides and textures. So we're downloading Menhir, Standing Stones of Skyrim, Lexy's guide. Okay. All right, it'll be downloaded in a second. These actually look really good compared to normal standing stones. And they even have the constellations on them that are associated with each of the perk trees. We can install that. That's done. And then finally, we have Forceful Tongue Shouts Overhaul. It's a lightweight shouts overhaul designed to balance in a sensible manner this underwhelming but cool mechanic. So version 3.0.9.1 right here. Okay. Install. No. And then we're also going to install miscellaneous files. Audio overhaul for Skyrim patch. This one here. Okay. And then Forceful Tongues, Worm's Tooth Patch. Okay. We'll take a look here real quick, see what it changed. Okay, done. So completing the Way of the Voice allows your shouts to scale with your level up to 50%. Shouts whose purpose is similar are grouped into categories. Most of the shouts cooldowns are consistent under above mentioned categories. Okay, so you could do like a card control shout and an offensive shout, and their cooldowns are different. New inventory models for all shouts. Shouts don't benefit from magic perks. They benefit from the shout perks. Voice of the Sky Blessing replaced with Pilgrim of the Voice. Dismal changed. Dismay changed to be a AoE shout. Drain Vitality absorbs attributes. Battle Fury and Elemental Fury weapon speed bug fix. Okay. Nice. All right, so here's the last section on this page. Vampires, werewolves, and bears. Oh my. Oh my. All right, so we'll create a separator. All right, there we go. So we start with Sacrosanct, Vampires of Skyrim. Sacrosanct overhauls vampires and vampire lords. Reverse progress, stronger when fed. New abilities, powers, perks. Hedromancy, various new progression systems, and many gameplay tweaks for the discerning undead monster. Version 6.0. There is a new and expanded vampire perk tree. We'll download this. Okay. And we'll install it. And no BSA. Okay. This is another one where when you're ready to become a vampire, you should definitely look into this. This is a very long description. And it talks about how it works to be a vampire. Being a vampire with Sacrosanct is very different from being a vampire in vanilla Skyrim. They are much more powerful, and there is a lot more cool things that you can do. There are special additional racial vampire abilities. There are spells and powers. As you become older, you become stronger. There's vampire ranks. That's what the older is. Upon advancing the next rank, you can choose an additional ability from a list of 13. Really cool things like feeding on the sleeping victim makes them a lover, potential follower, and marriage partner. You no longer lose any powers when feeding. Dash instantly to a target location within 15 feet. Draining a victim also generates a potion of blood. And then you can find powerful individuals. And each time you feed on one, you gain a special blue blood ability, which are very powerful abilities. Like you are immune to non-lethal sunlight. You no longer hated and feared when blood starved. You also have skills that you get as you do more drainings. But drainings are also tough because they kill the NPC. You don't want to do that to ones you want to keep around. You want to be draining Lydia. There's different potions involved as well. And then when you're a vampire lord, it's a ton more stuff too. So this talks about all the perks you could do. So I highly recommend that you go through this and read it as you decide to become a vampire, because you need to learn what the abilities are. Okay. Next is Moonlight Tales Special Edition for Skyrim, Werewolf and Werebear Overhaul. So this is pretty much the exact same thing, only um instead of for vampires, it is for werewolves. So it has very similar kind of expanded. It is much expanded from the vanilla perks and the vanilla version of being a werewolf. There's a werewolf perk tree that you can select. New roaring abilities, howl at the moon abilities. Lunar transformations is much more precise. You can it allows you to decide how you want to look in game when you're in your werewolf form. You can loot when you're a werewolf now. The Ring of Hersine now grants its power just by having it in your inventory. You no longer need to equip it on your character. And a bunch of other stuff too. So if you're going to become a werewolf, read this one. Install. Done. Sacrosanct Moonlight Tales. Moonlight Tales Well Escape Fix. So this fixes a specific part in the game that is broken with Moonlight Tales. We'll download that. Install. Okay. Then we have the Moonlight Tales MCM updated. So this gives you the options in the MCM to change the specific options, because it's much easier to do that there than in a INI file. Download has started. Install. And Predator Vision, Night Eye and Thermal Vision Overhaul. So this mod makes Night Eye and Predator toggable via a hotkey. So we're going to install the main version. And Predator Vision is just absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. And then Night Vision makes it look almost as bright as day. So this is what it looks like without Night Vision. This is with Night Vision. This is another reason why it's good to have a dark night, that you can actually experience the benefits of something like Night Vision. So we're going to download version 2.0. Okay. Install. And then we have an update file, a hotfix. Okay. And it's an update file, so we'll just layer it right on top with merge. And that is it. Congratulations. We have finished page 3. We are halfway done with installing all of these mods. We are not halfway done with the guide yet, though. So on the next video, we will go through part 4 on the mod installation. Before we do, though, I do want to check to make sure I did all the check marks. I also just realized that I forgot to put a separator in at the beginning of this video. So I'm going to make this separator now. So mod installation. Part 3. Okay. Press OK. And then I'm going to drag this up. So you can kind of sit there and drag it up. And water was in the last page. Locations was in the last page. Effects, Immersive Citizens, AI Overhaul. That was the first one of page 3. So there we go. Okay, so let me do the check mark check. Make sure I turned everything on. There wasn't as many mods in this video. 571 total mods now that we have with 372 plugins. We are climbing up there on the mods. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video and joining me on this journey as we install Dark Lady Lexy's Legacy of the Dragonborn Skyrim Modding Guide. I encourage you to go to the Discord and thank Lexy for the work that she's done in putting this together. I would not be able to do this if it wasn't for her spending the time and effort with her team to put this together for the rest of us for free. There is no charge, but she does take donations. All right, so I will see you soon. Take care, get some rest, grab something to eat. I know I will, and I will see you soon.